Do you need a full course before launching your membership? The short answer, no. And trying to build one first is one of the #1 mistakes that I often see coaches make. In this video, I'll show you how we help our clients launch and scale memberships without spending months creating content before launching, and how you can start building your curriculum while you're already coaching your clients. So here's why I think this is a mistake. So most coaches think, oh my gosh, I need a polished 10-module course before I can launch or even sell my membership. So they spend months creating content only to create a fluffy course that has so much information inside but isn't really designed around implementation. Now, how we really start to understand what clients actually need to implement is by working with clients and seeing what they actually need to be implementing to actually get results, right? But the only way we're going to know that is by working directly with clients and beginning to think, how can I take that core curriculum or that process and begin to streamline it, make it even more efficient, cut even more fluff, and make it so only the essential step-by-step that they actually need to do is left. And only in practice, in working with clients, can you actually figure that out. Which is where, my friend, your core curriculum is birthed, and it's done with your clients. So the reality of it is, the longer we wait, the more that we film, probably is going to overwhelm your clients. It's also going to delay your launch, and it could potentially misalign your content, right? And the level of overwhelm that somebody experiences when they enter in a new program is pretty high. And so we don't want to give them more information. In fact, they need less information, more implementation. They need to know what step they're on and what step's next. And that's really it. So over-educating does not equal better results. They don't need to know everything that you know. They need to know what worked for you and how it could work for them too. So you don't need more content, you need more clarity. And you get more clarity by putting in the reps. Those who go and try to build out an elaborate course or classroom portal prior to working with a lot of clients, you're really putting the cart before the horse. Now, if you're sitting here watching me, you're like, Jamie, I've got 20 clients. I've put in the reps. I know my process. Great, and I bet that you do. And so, yes, having that mapped out in a form of core curriculum or course to start is great. But filming everything in that core course and core curriculum prior to opening up the doors is a mistake, because what we can do is we can record, we can batch content, we can create it with your clients, which allows you to launch now with a minimum viable product and continue adding value as your client base grows. So that's really what we're going to focus on, is the better way, which is building while coaching. So your step-by-step process, it's not created in a vacuum. It's not even just something that you create one time and just call it done forever. I believe that it emerges naturally as you serve your clients and refine your frameworks. So this is where you can build out the framework for what you're creating, but then it's, hey, how can we cut the fluff and simplify this step as much as humanly possible so they're clear where they're at and where they're going. And they always know that next step that they're striving for. And even more important, if you've ever read Effortless by Greg McKeown, he talks about the importance of knowing when something's done. And so that's something that I've been really implementing into our core curriculum is, okay, if this phase 1 is foundations, how do they know that they're actually done with that foundations part? Well, they've done this, that, and the other. And here's their current milestone that they're on. And then they know when they get past that phase of your program or module, as it might be called, they know they are officially done because they've done A, B, C, and they've achieved this specific milestone. And you're only going to know that level of clarity after putting in the reps. And so that's really how our program is designed and laid out, is by the phases of their journey with us. Each one has a specific topic, for example. So like in one of our phases, we help you map out your entire school membership site. And so in that phase, we might outline the action steps needed, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, all the way to step 6. And then from that, it's, hey, here's where you need to implement. So do this 1 thing, 2 thing, 3 thing, and here's the milestone you're at once you've done those 3 things. And that's how the whole course or curriculum is laid out. And so it makes it very clear where you're at, where you're going, what milestone you've just accomplished through that 1 thing. But notice, I'm not showcasing all of the knowledge that I've experienced from my past 7 years being a business coach. I'm not doing that because why? They don't need all that information. They need to know, what do they implement right now? That's it. And the only way that I've been this clear is by actively building this out with clients as we go and saying, okay, they don't want any of the fluff. They don't want sucky fluff, as Alex Hormozy says. They want the one thing that they need right now. Just give them the one thing. Less, but better. So really, we can start with live coaching, our group calls, our community, and really just listening to the questions that our clients have and are giving us, and really just use that as the foundation for what trainings do they need, what resources are going to help them implement, and realize how they can implement that one next step. So start to document FAQs, repeat questions, repeat patterns, breakthroughs as they happen. What needed to happen to achieve that breakthrough? Document that thing and simplify the process to get that inside of your core curriculum. So what I do typically when I'm recording these tutorials, I kind of look at them like SOPs for my team, but it's SOPs for my clients. I record a loom, I provide them a checklist, and I let them know when they're done with it. What does done look like for this specific task, and get it done. That's it. So this helps to create this living curriculum that's built alongside my clients. So your courses become this support for implementation, not this content dump that's living somewhere online. So the benefits of building, especially as you're scaling, is you have a faster launch timeline. You have no months of prep work or feeling like you're not ready, because you're really just launching with that MVP, that minimum viable product. That element of, I've built the foundation, I've built the shell. It's clear where we're going in this site, but really the content, the meat, the internal workings of this membership, I trust and I know are going to be built along with my clients. A lot of the things that we like to implement inside of, especially our paid community, are not course unlockables, but actually implementation unlockables. So for example, if someone's been in our membership for say 6 months, they might unlock another coaching session one-on-one with us, or they might unlock another audit for their about page or for their, anything. So I'm thinking like unlockables don't have to be a course. It can be, what do my people need to help them implement to get a specific result? And let's have that be something that they can unlock. Not just more content, more things for them to do, but actual experiences to help them implement the thing. So that's where we're helping clients implement our process every step of the way. It's not more information, it's implementation. So if you take nothing else from this video, think, how can I think in terms of unlockables that help our clients implement to get a specific result versus unlockables to teach them more things that might not be directly related to the outcome that they want to achieve. So we want to shift our energy away from content creator in this capacity into a business owner scaling impact. The breakthrough moment I feel like I had is realizing I didn't need to learn all the things that I learned as a business owner to get the results that we have. In fact, I needed almost none of that. I just needed the couple of things implemented in the right way and the right order to get my specific result. And so I don't need to teach them everything. I need to teach them the things they need to do to get results. Same goes for you. So I feel when we try to just teach all our knowledge in a course, it's doing them a disservice because we're giving them much too much information, not enough of that implementation. And that's where this framework and building it with your clients is really going to help you scale your impact, your income, and your availability for the higher level problems that your clients might face as they're implementing these things that you teach. So if you want to see how we've built out our membership site and our portal that helps us scale without all the work up front, and how we're putting unlockables inside that help with implementation, not just information, like for example, our school about page audits, I want to welcome you inside of our school community magnetic memberships. Inside, you'll get access to the magnetic toolbox, where we share our exact process for building and scaling membership sites, our growing library of FAQ trainings, and templates for building your own living curriculum as you scale. So if you're interested in joining us, I'll drop the link below to join magnetic memberships, and I can't wait to see you inside.